Hello and welcome back. This is the second of 3 videos in Module 2 for the World History Research Project. In this video, you will learn about periodical literature, a type of secondary source that you will use for your research. You will learn about 2 different types of periodical literature, popular and scholarly literature, that you can use as secondary sources for your research. We will look at traits and examples of both of these types of periodical literature. As before, you will answer several review questions at the end of the video. Periodical literature refers to different types of literature issued periodically, monthly, weekly, quarterly, etc. Examples of periodical literature include newspaper, magazine, and academic or scholarly journals. Let's start by talking about popular literature, since many of you read newspapers and magazines. Obviously, these publications vary widely in terms of subject matter and reputation. Certain newspapers and magazines are considered much more reputable and trustworthy than others. For instance, the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, and The Economist are all highly respected publications. Regardless of the reputation and quality of individual newspapers and magazines, the overarching purpose of this type of literature is to inform and/or entertain a wide range of readers, hence the term popular literature. Because these articles are aimed at a wide readership, they are written in a language that is easy to understand. These articles also lack citations and a bibliography or works cited list. Therefore, the reader does not know exactly which sources the author consulted in the process of writing the piece. Another feature of popular literature is that it often contains attractive pictures and photos. Authors of popular literature are editorial staff or journalists. They are not necessarily experts on the subject about which they write. Although many newspaper and magazine articles are fact-checked rigorously, popular literature does not undergo a thorough review by numerous experts or scholars. Since newspaper and magazine articles lack authority, you should use these sparingly as secondary sources. However, these sources are very useful as primary sources. You will learn more about these sources in the next module. Let's move on to a brief discussion of scholarly journal literature. You will find scholarly journal literature in academic journals published at regular intervals. These journals often have titles containing words such as review, quarterly, and bulletin. The main purpose of scholarly journal literature is to present original research and findings to an audience of scholars and students. Because of their academic purpose, these articles are written in the specialized language of a given academic discipline. The writing style is formal, and the language is generally more difficult to understand than the language used in popular literature. Unlike popular literature, academic journal articles provide citations and a comprehensive bibliography or works cited list that shows exactly which sources inform the author's work. Another feature of scholarly journal literature is the absence of attractive graphics or photos. These articles are usually very text-heavy. The graphics found in these articles are often diagrams or charts. Authors of scholarly journal articles are experts in their academic discipline. Therefore, they usually possess an advanced degree, such as a PhD, and work as professors and/or researchers. You will see their academic credentials displayed prominently within the article. Scholarly journal literature is peer-reviewed. This means that the articles undergo a rigorous review process by other scholars to ensure that the work meets high academic standards before receiving approval for publication. Because academic journal articles present original research published and are reviewed by experts in a given academic field, you can consider them trustworthy and authoritative. Therefore, you should use this type of literature extensively when doing research. Of course, there is bias inherent in all research and writing. However, academic articles remain the gold standard, and along with primary sources, should form the foundation of your own work as a history student. This concludes the second video of Module 2. Now that you know the difference between popular and scholarly literature, you are ready to move on to the next tutorial, in which you will learn how to search for periodical literature and write annotations. Remember to answer the review questions that will come up in just a few seconds.